Like I said, I come to these things to meet as many folks as possible and to hear as much as what you guys think about as possible. So please don't be shy. Introduce yourselves. Come up and talk to me. Just let me know what's going on. So, do we have any time for questions and answers?
Sure, a couple minutes.
Sure. So, when I call on you, say your name and pimp your blog.
Paul Wilson, Echo, ECKKO.com.
Okay.
With BuddyPress coming along, are you going to make MU more friendly, more user-friendly?
So the question for those that didn't hear it, with BuddyPress come along, will MU stop sucking? I'm paraphrasing it. Yes. So the MU is like 95% WordPress, but the 5% that isn't WordPress has always been a little rough. Right? Like the interface is kind of rough and things like that. So we're now paying a lot more attention to that. And we've kind of redone the MU development cycle. You might notice now that the version numbers are synced with WordPress core. Upgrades are a lot easier, things like that. So we are paying more attention to our red-headed cousin, MU. All right, over here.
I'm Janet Thaler, newspapergirl.com. And are you going to do anything with fonts and helping the text be more customizable?
Fonts and helping the text be more
like
customized.
when you're typing it right now, I can't really control the size of the font very easily and the color and things like that.
So yeah, when you're typing right now, you can't control the size or color of the font.
It's hard to do.
Yes, so this is partly because I'm anal. So you will probably never be able to change the font face in WordPress core because I just don't believe in that. You can, however, change the color and the size, which I can show you very quickly using the hidden menu. We go to, let's just edit a post here. The kitchen sink menu. That's how it works, right? So, oh my, yeah, it's because the screen's too small. You can't even see the kitchen sink. There we go. So this is the kitchen sink button, which actually has a shortcut, and you do have some size and color things here. The size is done in a semantic way.
You can only use headings.
You can only use headings. So the proper way to do it, and what I kind of suggest people do is edit the CSS and define the headings and things in CSS, and then globally change it. Or what you can do is, well, yeah, it's a global thing because the blog post should have structure and things like that. You don't have to agree. This is just what I personally believe. You don't have to agree. There's lots of ways you can do custom CSS per post. There's things you can do, and quite honestly, if you copy and paste it from Word that had all the crazy fonts and everything like that, it will work. I will cry on the inside because I read every WordPress blog now, but it will work. So those are some hacks around to get around. Actually, don't copy and paste from Word because that's kind of ugly. If you have Dreamweaver or something like that, that'll produce clean HTML. Copy and paste it in there, and just to be extra safe, you'll go into HTML mode, put in the HTML, and put it in there. And once you switch back to visual, it should be fine. Oh, this actually reminds me of something while y'all are thinking of questions. We have a guy who's actually now full-time with Automatic. He's been making screencasts for every single part of WordPress. There's like 50 or 60 of them. And the idea is to integrate. So when your client or when your mom says, "What the hell is a slug?" you click a button and there'll be a little video and some documentation that tells you exactly what a slug is. Probably not going to be in 2.7, but this is something we're working on pretty actively. Also, actually, yeah, I can totally announce this. Launching, so this is a new thing, launching sometime in the next future. We're going to be doing WordPress.tv, which basically is going to be a video site which will include all the screencasts, the 40 or 50 or 60 that this guy has already done. It's we're going to try and bring in all the Wordcamp videos, so like see all those guys with cameras back there? So there's a lot of great information going on in Wordcamp sessions. Because each one has speakers, and they're all really good, and so we want to put all those videos up there. So basically you'll have a tagged, searchable, linkable, high bandwidth, hi-fi, HD video reference for all your WordPress things. So that should be kind of cool. So watch out for WordPress TV. Of course, we'll announce it when it comes out. There's one over there.
Yeah, what do you think of live?
Name and blog.
Oh, Jared Stein, and I'm on flexnology.learningfield.org.
Cool.
So what do you think of LiveWriter and other sort of desktop apps that send up into WordPress? And is WordPress ever going to go in the direction of letting folks do stuff offline?
So the question, what do you think of desktop applications? Windows LiveWriter, I think, is actually the best. So we actually worked with the Windows LiveWriter team pretty closely to develop some of our WordPress APIs. And it was so weird. I was like, wow, I'm working with Microsoft. What's going on here? They have a really great application. So, two things. Basically, everything that you do inside the WordPress dashboard, you can currently or will be able to do through an API. Every single thing, including updating options, moderating comments, changing the theme, everything. So we'll see what happens there, right? You make the APIs, you're never sure if someone's going to use them. As for going offline, I think that'd be pretty interesting. Computers today are very powerful. This laptop probably has a 100 gigabyte hard drive, a processor. You know, my iPhone has a processor fast enough to serve my WordPress website, actually. The power has increased a lot. So, we take advantage of this in some ways. For example, now we store every single version of every single post from WordPress 2.6 or above. Basically, the idea is that you should never throw anything away. This is all important data, and someday you might want to go back to an older version or something like that, just like a wiki, just like the Wikipedia. 2, why shouldn't I have a copy of my entire WordPress, including all the posts, all the comments, everything, on my computer? And I should be able to work on it just like I was online, and then whether I'm online or not, it should just figure that out and magically sync in the background. That's the goal.
Yeah.
And I pretty strongly believe in that. It's hard. The technology for it right now is kind of sparse. We would either have to develop a full desktop client, basically rewrite WordPress as a desktop application, and then write some synchronization bits. Google Gears is pretty interesting. They have some offline bits there. They give you a local SQLite database, some synchronization APIs. We'll see what happens there. But maybe by next year, if I'm back here at Utah, maybe we'll show something like that. Something that I think partially because I'm traveling so much, I feel strongly about. There's two arguments there. There's some people who are saying offline doesn't matter. You know, the only place you're offline anymore is on the plane, and they're putting Wi-Fi on planes now. So you're always going to be connected. There will be 3G or Wi-Fi or something every place in the world. But I think that in addition to just, that I think you're offline sometimes, we can speed up the performance of WordPress quite a bit if you're running it locally. It's just faster to run things locally on your computer and use the local resources and not have to go to a web server for every single object, CSS and JavaScript on the page. So, let's see where that goes. No problem.